What's good, YouTube? 93 Sports News back at y'all with another video. I'll give y'all guys my thoughts whether I feel Tony Romo, newly retired quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, is an NFL Hall of Famer. To be honest with you, it's kind of tricky because when a guy has so many statistical categories within that franchise's history, and Dallas Cowboys has a good recent history of good NFL quarterbacks. Troy Aikman, now Roger Staubach. And I know those guys got rings, and Tony Romo doesn't. But we also have to look who's in the Hall of Fame who doesn't have rings. All right, we can't just base it solely off rings. Because that's the case, Warren Moon shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame. Dan Marino. Now, I'm not saying Tony Romo. Is on those levels, those guys, but they didn't win anything. So I'm not gonna base it solely off rings. Hall of Fame is an individual award. Does the world championships or a championship would have helped his resume? Absolutely. But I look at a guy who recently just got in the Hall of Fame, and Kurt Warner, and y'all already know how I feel. If people haven't seen that video, check out that video, and why I felt Kurt Warner is not a Hall of Famer, in my opinion. Yes, he won a Super Bowl championship. Yes, he appeared in 3 Super Bowls and lost 2 of them. But when you look at his whole body work of his career, in my opinion, his career was not Hall of Fame worthy. If you would like to put him in a class of Hall of Very Good, but he had so many gaps where he was a backup quarterback, whether it was in New York for a season or Arizona for a couple seasons or even a couple seasons when he's with the Rams. So he had a lot of inconsistency, and he also had a lot of injury problems like Tony Romo did. Now, we got to be fair. I looked at a lot of Kurt Warner's career and a lot of Tony Romo's career. Tony Romo, when both were healthy, when both were capable of stepping out on that football field, Tony Romo, whether you like Tony Romo or not, Tony Romo was a lot more consistent throughout his career than Kurt Warner. Now, a lot of people might say, well, how can you say that? Kurt Warner won an MVP, and, he took his team deep in playoff runs before. Yes, that's true, but I'm looking at it. He had more strings of seasons where he was at his best than Kurt Warner was. When you really look at Kurt Warner's career, Kurt Warner really only had, let's say, maybe 4, maybe 5 really strong seasons out of 12 or 13 seasons, and the rest of them was just journeyman backup or just poor play. So I'm sitting there saying, if Kurt Warner's a Hall of Famer, I mean, it can't be out the question that Tony Romo's a Hall of Famer. But do I really truly believe Tony Romo's a Hall of Famer? Absolutely not, in my opinion. But you could make a case that he is a Hall of Famer. When you look at a lot of these other quarterbacks that could get in the Hall of Fame, especially where the league is going now, where it's a passing league, and a lot of these passing numbers are going to be shattered, but they're going to have a similar career as Tony Romo. I mean, I can't say he's a Hall of Fame. I just put him in a class of very good. I mean, he had a lot of injury seasons. When he was on the field, he was a very good quarterback. He didn't take his team deep into the postseason. He only led the Cowboys to 2 playoff victories. He never went to a conference championship game. He never went to a Super Bowl. Out of 14 seasons. So To answer the question, do I think Tony Romo's a Hall of Famer? No. But like I said, can you make a case? Possibly you could. But let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think Tony Romo's a Hall of Famer? 93 Sports News. I'm out.